Now I said right here, I feel a screw. I said it's an unnatural feeling in my body. And I said that this would be the first place where my archived medical records, starting from age of 15, would be sought by Roxana Pricey's suit, where it was said to me that I needed to get a primary after I thought Joshua R. Williams and Amy Jane Getz showed up and demanded they do a urine analysis on me. Because I told Joshua, my doctor didn't think it harmed me in any way or caused me to have behavior problems. He didn't want to do a UA, but he did one. He said he thought I had a urine infection, and let's just run a panel. And then they said, Sharon, you smoke weed. But I had already told Josh that. I told Josh that because he was my attorney, and under the theory that when you hire a private attorney, you can disclose some things, because the attorney at that point can either say, I'm not going to represent you, or like I said, Josh could have did. Josh could have looked at me and said, Sharon, you smoke weed. You just disclosed that to me. I'm supposed to report you. I need to get your financial history. I need to get your children's records to make sure that when I represent you in court, they can't say none of your behaviors affected your decisions, including the one where right now you've hired me for, which for me was the police case. I was in my kitchen, dining room sweeping. My back door was open, and I'm looking out the back door and I'm seeing Jerice talk to this woman, and she looks attitudinal, like she got attitude with Jerice. So I stopped sweeping and I watched. And as I watched her talk to Jerice, Jerice begins to walk away. As Jerice begins to walk away, I noticed my son and some other little boy are also already walking away. So they had walked away about 15, 20 seconds before Jerice started walking. So now when Jerice walks away and this lady with this attitude looks around on the ground and she picks something up and she throws it, I see she threw a bottle. Now I didn't know where Jerice was, I didn't know where my son was, and I didn't know where that boy was that was with my son. So I immediately hustled my ass out the door, asked her why she threw that bottle. Did she know that she could have hit other people on the other side of that garage? Because she couldn't see where she threw that bottle. That bitch began to argue with me. And as that bitch began to argue with me, she started walking up on me. As she's walking up on me, I said, Shayla, get my bat. Shayla, get my bat. And as I'm telling Shayla to get the bat, Shayla gets the bat, and the woman stops walking up on me. She said, you gonna hit me with that bat? I said, you gonna walk up on me like you gonna kick my ass? And she was like, what? I said, you gonna walk up on me like you gonna kick my ass? Because right now, you said your little 9-year-old little boy came to you because they told him to go get money for weed, right? And as he went to go get money from your ass from weed, you wanted to discuss it with them. And now you're discussing it with them. I said, did your son have any brothers, cousins, or friends in that group? She said, no. I said, so why was your 9-year-old hanging out with the 17, 18-year-olds in the first place? She was like, bitch, that ain't your business. I said, bitch, it is when you're throwing bottles at them motherfuckers, because my son was in that group. And you're saying my son in that group was influencing your son, who was in that group with no relative around. She's like, bitch, all right. So she turns around and she walks away. I go back in my house with my bag. I clean up my house. I call Creisha. I say, Creisha, it looks like rain. I don't want to go swimming today. I think we should go to the carnival. You got some money? She was like, yeah. I said, we should take the kids to the carnival. She was like, all right, I'm going to change my gear. We're not going to get ready for the pool. We're going to go to the carnival. So she meets me at my house. And then we get in my car and we go to the carnival. Now, I think we picked Renee up at this point, right? And then Renee goes with us to the carnival. And as we go to the carnival, we're at the carnival for like an hour, hour and a half. And as we come back, I drop Renee off. And as I'm pulling up, my street's blocked off, right, Chris, April, Barb? Because you guys were connecting a park. And as you were connecting the park, you were tearing up through the infrastructure deal, that little area. So my street was blocked off in the middle of the block. So as I'm coming down the block and I'm making a U-turn, my son comes from the alley. He says, Mom, the police are on the way. I said, the police are on the way? He said, yeah, that lady came back. I said, that lady came back? He said, yeah, remember that lady, the one you were arguing with? I said, yeah. He said, she just left. She said she was going to shoot us. She was going to shoot you. Let me park the car. So I continue making my U-turn, right? And as I park my motherfucking car, my son tells me this story, right? Well, she came back. And she said she was going to shoot you. She was going to shoot us. And she didn't even know where you were at, right? We were up against the garages, where we were sitting when it all happened, right? We were in the same spot. She walked up to us in the same spot, right? I said, what? She said, were you at home? I said, I wasn't at home. She said, I know we told her you wasn't at home. She didn't believe us. She said she was going to shoot you, Ma, because you had the bat, remember? So she pulls out her purse, and as she's getting ready to pull her gun out, they were like, pop, 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 bitch, you better go on up out of here with that bullshit. So then she runs. She calls and says, Sharon shot me. Sharon shot me. Sharon shot at me. Sharon shot at me. Right? Sharon ain't even motherfucking home. Right? Sharon ain't even motherfucking home. But now I'm home. And the police are on the way. Because she came back looking for me. And that's exactly what I told Josh, right? So then as the first cop arrives, and he said the cops was called to your house. I said, it wasn't my house. It's across the alley. He said, Jerice, come here. Jerice is saying, no. I'm saying, Jerice, stop doing that. He's gonna kick your ass, bruh. If you didn't do nothing, let the man put you in handcuffs. Where's Mike? He said, come here. I said, where's Mike? He said, come here. I said, for what? He said, I need you to come here. I said, for what? He said, because we need to talk. I said, we communicating? He said, no, we're not communicating. I said, am I under arrest? He said, no. I said, I don't need to come here. He said, all right, you're under arrest. Come here. I said, ain't that a bitch? I put my hands behind my back. I turned around. He comes, he puts his handcuffs on me, and he's leading me real to the car now, right? Look, my shoulder hurts. My shoulder hurts. My arm hurts. Everything hurts. I'm telling the motherfucker with the limp. I said, I hurt. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. He said, what? I said, I'm disabled. Put my arm down. That's all you got to do. Put my arm down so I can use my leg, because if you lift it too high, you make it so I can't use my leg. I said, I got a bad back. He said, you ain't hurt, bitch. Next thing I know, I said, police brutality, police brutality. I'm swung in the motherfucking air. I'm hitting the motherfucking ground. I'm in a headlock, right? I'm choked out. I'm carried to the motherfucking court. Facts. 250,000. 50,000. Or was it 21,000? I'd like to take all them numbers and put them together, Keith. I think I'm owed a lot of motherfucking money, bitch.